The park was peaceful, just as it always had been. Mrs. Thompson sat on her favorite bench, scattering crumbs for the birds. They fluttered around her, their soft chirping a comforting sound. She smiled faintly watching them, but her mind was far away, lost in memories. She used to come here with her husband Harold. They would sit side by side, holding hands, watching the world go by. She could almost feel his warm hand in hers, could almost hear his laughter. But those days were gone now, and the bench beside her was empty. Families strolled past, children's laughter filling the air. Young couples walked hand in hand, their faces glowing with love. Mrs. Thompson watched them all, a bittersweet smile on her lips. She remembered what it was like to be young and in love, to have a lifetime ahead of her. As the sun began to set, she reached into her bag and pulled out a worn envelope. Inside was a letter she had written to Harold, telling him how much she missed him, how she couldn't wait to see him again. Her hands trembled slightly as she held it. With a deep breath, she placed the letter on the bench beside her and closed her eyes. The world around her seemed to fade away, the sounds growing distant. The bench was empty now, just like it had been before, but the letter remained, a silent goodbye.